Led by our match referee Bobby Madden today, the local man in the house. Liverpool led by Jordan Henderson. But of course the biggest cheer when the teams were announced were reserved for that man there. Alongside us, of course, here in Scotland, Dan, a proud Scot, in Gary Gillespie.
Yeah, delighted to be here, John. It's interesting, actually, to
5-0 in Dublin last year, of course, against Napoli. They return now to play Liverpool.
And really has probably established themselves as, if not the best left full-back in European football, certainly one of them.
The Shield in a week's time. Prior to that, of course, the small matter of a game against Lyon in Geneva. And then after that, of course, well, we're less than 2 weeks away from the start of the new Premier League season. James Milner gets famous history with Liverpool Football Club and him. That's Divock Origi trying to thread the ball forward. Season plans.
Italian sides do like to go into training camps.
Robertson's first foray forward. Lovely ball. Origi! Maybe just tried to be a little too cute.
Well, again, it's the delivery from Andrew Robertson on that left-hand side. It takes a little bit of a deflection. Whether that has any influence on Divock Origi's effort on goal, I'm not 100% sure.
In a moment, but first they are breaking hit. The ball that was aimed for Milik. There he is, the Greek international, scorer of that very famous comeback goal. His verdict. Well, it was coming round, but it didn't quite have the power for a verdict.
Well, you can see here,
boys.
Jordan Henderson, it is quite windy here at Murrayfield, and certainly kicking with the wind there.
It was a decent strike, but it was comfortable enough from Dries Mertens for his Belgian international teammate.
Difficult whether they actually work on it. I don't think that's probably the time to be doing it. I think
Napoli, and they've put themselves in a little bit of trouble here. There's little Lorenzo Insigne, who's offside.
Well, they did.
That's tidy from Liverpool, and it opens up towards James Milner from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Always difficult for him to get there. For Insigne, it's 3 against 3 with Alexander-Arnold trying to get back. He can't. That's a really, really smart finish. The man who scored the goal in Naples in the Champions League scores a cracker in Scotland.
Well, Liverpool a little bit guilty. I think Insigne has always wanted to go to come in his right-hand side. Joe Matip really should be ushering him down the outside of him, keep him on his left foot. As soon as he cuts in field, that's okay if you let the player come in field, but you've got to have players closing that shot down, and Liverpool just didn't have any.
Little touch and Van Dijk has to stretch. It's a good.
And it was just too easy for Napoli to score against them.
We'll try and defend this. With a little flight on the ball, which was looking for Milik, and Joel Matip had to get in the way.
Well, I think two Napoli players would have possibly been offside.
Runs across him and Mertens is offside. Now I wonder if Mertens had he just told Insigne that just needed Joel Matip, and that little slide rule pass, that's a foul by Van Dijk. In Napoli looking a threat. Insigne, Milik! Super finish. They have looked so dangerous, Napoli, when they have had the opportunities to break, and they punish Liverpool once again.
Well, again, it's a sloppy goal to be conceding from Liverpool's point of view. Again, players not quite doing enough to get to the ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain just running on a parallel line. He's got to go and close that ball down. He's got to try and stop the cross. And again, there's a little bit of space in the 18-yard box. Is knocked up to your centre forward. It has to stick a little bit better than what it has done with Divock.
Lorenzo Insigne. Rather shoveled across. The run was from Insigne and went a little too early again.
Well, the idea was right. Liverpool playing very much a high line on.
Question more of time to put this